starting off our calf division of great own females. Class 25 is a single entry, and entering the ring is class 26. With entry 427, Paula Hayes, and entry 931, Cole Tesh. Attention in the barn. This is first call for classes 28 and 29. Please be making your way to the arena. Yeah. Correction. Classes 28 through 30, please make your way to the ring.
Well, here we're off to the races on the gray female side of things. We're going to leave them standing the way they are. Really like the female that starts off. Man, she's riding her angles. She's level in her lines. She still has enough width and pin set for me, projecting her out into the future. Love how long and extended she is up front. Really nice female. Not to take anything away from the female that's going to come in second. That's another one that's got some natural thickness down her top. I think she's going to fill in. One that maybe gets a shot weaker right behind her hump. As soon as she gets a little older, she'll fill in. That's a really nice female. Congratulations, both exhibitors.
Thank you, Mr. Bonner. And the results from class 26. First place went to entry 427, Paul Hayes. Second place, 931, Cole Tesh. Entering the ring is our class 27, the final class of our calf division. So if you are in classes 28 through 30, please make your way to the ring. And entering the ring is entry 355, Riker Garner.
Miss Vicky, your mic is on.
Thank you very much. We had a class winner. We'll have three classes total in the CAF championship. The very first one is going to have been won by Miss Flat Rock Shortcake because that was a single entry. Then our second class was going to be Paul Hayes and Cole Tesh in that order. RW Cupid's Autry, that is the RW Flat Rock Cupid. And then CJT Miss 312 is going to be your reserve class winner in class 26. We're now looking at class 27. We're going to have 4 entries: Riker Garner, Claire Carlin, Dylan Garrett, and Grayson Hinsey.
Really nice class of females here. We're going to go ahead and start off with 291. Female that's really, really attractive from the profile. Love how feminine and refined she is. Ties her neck so high out of the top side of her shoulder. Her hump sits back right. She's level in her lines. Still has lots of natural thickness. I love the shape of her rib right now as a young female. That's an awfully nice female. The young man's female, she's the ESTs in the class, and unfortunate for him that she lost her switch because I think that can throw off her balance just a touch. But if you want to talk about putting power into a next generation fast, that's the female you like. I think she needs to be a little bit better in her forerib today, but awfully, awfully nice female, and I'll tell you, she's ripped up with power. The young lady's female that's going to be third is one that she's smooth and she balances well. Maybe she needs to look up better behind her shoulder and be rocked back into her blade, but a female that has a lot of future to her. She's just the skinny green one today. Young ladies female that's going to wrap up the class is bolder about her body and has a touch more skeletal width than the heifer in front of her. Unfortunately, she also needs to be rocked back into her shoulder. You think get the cattle in motion. She's the most restricted off her hip and hind leg. Nice job. Congratulations, exhibitors.
And your results from class 27. First place goes to entry 365, Dylan Garrett. Second,
Miss Vicky, your mic is on.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have a winner in that class. That was none other than our good friend Dylan Garrett from, of course, the Southern Grant Ranch. She'll be coming back in for championship consideration with her Miss LPC 291. Miss LPC 291 has already been a champion. She was actually reserve grand champion and calf champion at the Jambalaya Classic Junior Show. That's going to be a Mr. H. Malone Manso 326 over 9 and out of Miss V8 918 over 8. She also was our 2025 AJBA All-American Owned Show Reserve Calf Champion. Beautiful female. So again, we are excited for little Dylan to be showing that beautiful female, and we'll see how she stacks up with the rest of the class. But these have been females that have all won some championships. Again, coming in with Cole Thomas Hayes. Of course, he had not been seen by the judge yet, so I think the judge will probably be talking him. That is going to be one that that was a single entry, and that's going to be a RW Flat Rock Prince daughter out of Flat Rock for Sessa. I'm sorry. Yes, that's Miss Flat Rock.
Young man has a single entry here out of the youngest class. Female that, oh, she's so good in her angle to her shoulder, back out of her hip and hind leg. Love the set she has to her hawk. One that's really, really nice in her lines and super refined about her head shape. She's got a tremendous amount of future in her. I'll show you the two that I like for division and reserve. Congratulations, exhibitors, on a well-done division.
Your mic is on, Miss Vicky.
All right, let's.
and your calf champion comes out of class.
Calf champion is going to be Dylan Garrett. Moving in for reserve is going to be the Riker Garner. Very excited about this. I'm going to go sound off and we'll be.
And your reserve division, 355, Riker Garner. Entry 979, Kyle Hero. 417, Wayne Hartley. 634, Harper Perkins. 598, Weston McAdams. And 820, Ty Ritchie. Attention in the barn, this is second call for class 31.
Miss Vicky, your mic is on.
Thank you so much. I'm going to just say on the mic, Iran, you are doing a spectacular job. This is not an easy thing to do. And these judges in this junior show swapping the side of the arena they're on has made it super hard because it doesn't give us as much flexibility with regards to our camera angles. So greatly appreciate, great job that Iran is doing. Really do appreciate it. Right now we are in the class number 28. We're supposed to have 6 entries. I'm not sure how many we do or don't have, but again, we've had some issues with the fact that this is just a little tricky on the camera angles. There you go. Ron, what happened to the 2 camera angles when we stack them top and bottom? Can we not do those angles?
I think so, yes.
That's such a much better angle than the side by side. Okay, it looks like he's pulling up. It looks like he's keeping Avery Kolachek at the top. It looks like he has pulled maybe, is that, I'm not sure who he's pulled into second. It looks like it's maybe Wayne Hartley. I can't see the number. Okay, it looks like he's going to go with, I'm going to have to ask
Really nice
Iran to
class
tell
of
me.
young
Let's
females
listen.
here. Young man's heifer we're going to start off with. Man, I love the natural thickness she's got down her top. Obviously, they're all raw and green, but this female, I love the natural rib shape, man. She's big in her stifle. She's big in her forearm, and yet she's so feminine and refined up front. I think there's a tremendous amount of future to this female, like her an awfully lot. Young man's female is going to be second. She's striking from the side. I love how long and level she is down her top line. She needs to be laid back in her shoulder, but still one that has a lot of high quality pieces to her. Young lady's female that's going to be third is one that she also needs to be rocked back in her hump and her shoulder, but I think there's a lot of future in that. Study her at the ground, like her hip and hind leg design. Young man's female here that's going to be fourth is the outlier in class. I don't know how old she is, but I'll tell you, she's got a ton of foot and bone for however old she is. Love the natural thickness she comes with. She's too far forward in her shoulder and hump. Needs to be stronger there when she hooks up into her spine. A lot of good, really nice female. Young lady's female that's going to be next. I think we had them flipped. Young man's female that's going to be next. She's long, she's level, she's got some natural thickness. Body will come with time. A lot of nice pieces in her. Young lady's female. I prefer the body in her. I prefer the natural thickness down her top. She's just too up right off both ends of her skeleton. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
And results from class 28. First place goes entry 820, Ty Ritchie. Second, 598, Weston McAdams. Third, entry 507,
Your mic is on, Miss Vicky.
417, Wayne Hartley.
Miss Vicky.
Attention in the barn, this is the final call for class 31. Entering the ring is class 29. With entry 912 is Jackson Smith. 594, Leighton McAdams. And entry 929, Holt Edge.
Your mic is on, Miss Vicky.
Really nice class. We're going to lead off with. I think she really combines a lot of really nice pieces. I love how much length and extension she's got up front. She draws back level down the top side of her skeleton. Get the cattle in motion. Love the squareness of foot shape. Goes out and hits her track. Really nice female with a bunch of future. Next two both have problems in terms of skeleton that I would like to fix. Female up front needs to be laid back, stronger in the way she hooks up, but she's got more body, hip, and hind leg in her. I think on the stand, she's just got a shot more power. Young man's female that's going to round out the class just needs to be relaxed in her spine, maybe set back in her angles. She's just a bit more upright and on her toes, but a female that's soft in her center body and it still has some skeletal width while being super smooth about her shoulder. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Bonner. Results from class 29. First place goes to 912, Jackson Smith. Second to 929, Cole Tesh. And third goes to 594, Leighton McAdams.
Miss Victoria, your mic is on.
Attention in the barn. This is first call for classes 32 through 34. Please start making your way to the ring. In the ring now is class 30. With entry 829 is Levi Risner. 901, Ryan Mack Simpson. 495, Blair Jalufka. 289, Kylie Dodson. 356, Kix Garner. 597, Weston McAdams. 1079, Mackenzie Willard. 880, Sebastian Santa Cruz. And 653, Corgan Ramirez.
I'll tell you what, I'm sorry I took just a touch longer, but man, this class is absolutely phenomenal. I think you can go a million different ways, and I wouldn't argue. I think projecting them out, these are all going to be awesome, awesome females that are going to do a tremendous amount of damage in the show ring and in someone's herd. So my compliments to the exhibitors, especially for fighting through. I know these cattle are getting antsy, so I'll make this short. Top two, absolutely phenomenal. I like the extra balance and femininity that this female leads off with. The set to her hip and hind leg is absolutely phenomenal. She's opened up. She's square. Is she the most powerful between the two? No, but I'll tell you what, I love the look that this female gives from the side. Get them in motion, and man, she's awfully, awfully good. That's nothing to take away from this heifer, because I'll tell you what, this thing is absolutely geeked out. She is big-footed, big-legged, big-backed, and big-hipped. I love how bold and opened up she is through her center body, and man, she's long fronted. That's an awfully good female, man. I'd be super proud to own that one. Young man's female that's going to come in third. Love the lines, love the rib shape, love the hip and pin set. She just gets out hossed by the two in front of her. Going down the line, I know these cattle are acting up, so we'll just go ahead and let y'all work y'all's way out. A lot of nice females in here that have great pieces. Just ran into a trio of really good ones. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
Results in Class 30. First place goes out to 901, Ryan Mack Simpson. Second place, 829, Levi Risner. Third, entry 880, Sebastian Santa Cruz. Fourth, 653, Corgan Ramirez. Fifth, 356, Kix Garner. Sixth, the 495, Claire Jalufka. Seventh, the 1079, Mackenzie Willard. Eighth, the 597, Weston McAdams. And ninth, 289, Kylie Dodson. Attention in the barn, this is second and final call for classes 32 through 34. Entering the ring is the last class before the division with 812.
Miss Vicky, your microphone is on.
Thank you so much. That is going to be the champion in that class, was the one that kind of dragged Ryan Mack Simpson just a little bit. I think she just got super excited. I think it's probably her first show, but it is not her dam's first show, nor her dam's first time to have champions in the show ring. Her dam is none other than the Miss 4F Polled Elegance 72/9, who of course sold a flush for $41,000. That's right, $41,000 in the most recent Camilla sales. So congratulations, Ryan Mack Simpson, on that Miss 4F Sugar Polled Swanky 218. That is going to be sired by Mr. V8 160/8. And then in the reserve class champion was the BRC Ghost Pepper 133 out of Walter's Betty Lou. So again, guys, congratulations. We're now moving into class 31. We have Savannah Remy. We have Branham Leroux, Ross Turner, Brody Vickery, Quinn Paget, Ethan Alvarez, and another Ethan Alvarez. So those two at the end that you can see right there, those are both going to be Ethan's. The very last one is Thunderstorm's Lady 171. That's the red tinged female. And then those are both going to be complete full siblings. They're captain daughters out of Miss CF 161. So Thunderstorm Lady 169 and 171, two completely different colors. Ross Turner is resetting himself. So we're looking at Ross Turner with his Miss V8 57/1. Right behind him stands Brody Vickery with TCC's Winnie's Pride. That's going to be a Mr. H Pridematics Manso out of the 6W Lady May Manso. And then Quinn is going to be holding her Miss V8 61/0. That is going to be a Mr. V8 146/8. Of course, that's going to be a Sloan daughter out of Miss Bonchase 457/9. Here at the top of the class, we're looking at, I think we're missing one because it's supposed to have Savannah, and it looks like we have Branham, Ross, and Brody. So unless there's one more in the class, Iran, I think we're missing one. So it looks like Ross is moving into that first hole. Then we're going to have Branham LaRue. I'm sorry. We're going to have Brody Vickery moving into the second hole with the TCC branded female. Looks like we have, I might be in the wrong class. Oh, I bet that's Brant Barnes showing for Ethan Alvarez, probably. Yeah. Good luck, Brody and Ethan. There you go. Brody, I think if y'all can help me out here a little bit, or Ron could help me out a little bit, it looks like Brody is sitting in second place right now. That's going to be wearing placard number 984, if I'm correct, Mr. Iran.
Correct. That's correct,
And,
but he moves to third place.
and he moves to third, and it looks like we're moving in
Young
the
man's
69,
female, we're going to lead
169
off
branded
with. I love the future and pieces that she has. As she develops, I'd be excited to see her. She's big and square everywhere. I love how she has a big turn to her rib. Is she soft? No, not right now. She doesn't need to be, but the shape of her rib is absolutely awesome. Long and extended up front. A lot of future in that one. Congratulations. When they're stopped on the profile, love this one. She needs to be picked up in her pasterns ever so slightly, but I'll tell you what, this is another big-bodied, heavy-structured female that's got a lot of future. Maybe set her back ever so slightly in her shoulder, pick her up in her pastern. I'd be awfully excited about that one. Young man's bigger female that's going to come in next is one that's awfully nice. She's maternal about her center body. She's got lots of natural thickness to her. Just needs to be set back into her shoulder. Same story with the ones behind. Really nice class. Give them a round of applause.
And the results for Class 31, first place goes to 951, Ross Turner.
Miss Vicky, your mic is on. But you're muted.
Thank you very much. I was trying to do that because I figure I'm like bothering the foo out of you because I'm talking while I'm working over here. So Ross Turner was showing his Miss V8 57 over 0, V8 57 over 0. That is going to be a 380 daughter, and out of the Miss V8 277 over 9. So again, that is going to be a 380 daughter that Ross Turner was showing. And then we had the Thunderstorm Lady 169, which is a captain on Miss CF 161.
Second was 929, Cole Tesh. Out of Class 30, first place, 911.
So we're now moving into the Junior Yearling Champion Drive. We're going to have, coming out of that first class, the 79s Miss 20 over 24. That is Ty Ritchie showing. We're also going to have Miss BER 124 over 1. She is going to be showing with Jackson Smith on the stick. She was a Junior Yearling champion in the Open show just 1 day ago, actually. So yeah, absolutely. We are now in the Junior Yearling Drive, guys. Junior Yearling Drive. I was making sure we were in the right division. So the top of the class is going to be Ty Ritchie showing the 79 Miss 20 over 24. Right behind him in the burgundy shirt is going to be Miss BER 124 over 1. That's going to be a Mr. V8 670 over 6 daughter out of Miss Zoe 634. Then we're going to have Ryan Max Simpson showing that Miss 4F Pulled Elegance and Love from Zimbabwe. Thanks for watching us from Zimbabwe. That is going to be a Mr. V8 160 over 8 out of the Miss 4F Pulled Elegance, who has done such a great job for our good friends over at 4F Cattle. Ross Turner was showing his Miss V8 57 over 0. Then coming in for reserve consideration, we have out of the first class, the CMG Miss Mamma Mia, Weston McAdams showing that is a DS Mr. St. Arnold out of a 66 over 0 private herd number female. Cole Tesh, love that female. Love the story behind her. He's showing a cutter daughter out of Miss 4T 251, which he showed to San Antonio to win the San Antonio Stock Show, which is a really big deal in the juniors because you win a bunch of scholarship money. So he showed the mama, and now he's showing the daughter. And then in the third class, we had Walters Betty Gale, Levi Risner showing. And in the fourth class, we had Thunderstorm Lady 169. I think Brant Barnes was on the stick, maybe. And then now Ethan Alvarez has taken it. Let's listen to the
Hold
judge.
your round of applause on this group, please. Not because they don't deserve it, because the cattle are a little antsy. There's two out here that just, they have all the extra features and hit you with that extra pop of mustard. For me, the two out of Class 3 are going to be your division and reserve. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
And your junior yearling division winner comes out of Class 30. And
Okay,
Your mic is
so
on,
he's
Vicky.
going to keep those. He's going to keep those two together. He's going to keep the two together. That is going to be the Miss 4F Sugar Pulled Swanky 218 Ryan Mac Simpson on the stick. That is Miss 4F Pulled Elegance's daughter. And then Walters Betty Gale, Levi Reisner showing Walters Betty Gale, which is a PRC, which is a BRC Coast Pepper 133 daughter, out of Walters Betty Lou. Now, I'm going to torture Iran just a tick. Iran.
Yes.
Walters Betty Lou. Any clue?
Something to do with Lula?
No. Well, she showed on the side of her mother, which was a rebel cow. She's been a world show cow of the year. Her mama's show cow of the year. Yeah. So good luck, Josie. And I'll stop torturing Ron. I promise, guys. Josie's showing her Miss Layla 5X 1/4. She, of course, was a champion at the LJBA show, as well as getting championship honors in the All American show too. So coming in first is Kinley Rao. She's showing MP Miss Sunshine 253. That's a Moreno Mr. Pol Kairos out of Moreno Miss Lady Madonna Caver. And then we have Miss Layla 5X 1/4. That is going to be Josie Hampton showing her female that is branded 5X. That's a RWT Mr. Relentless out of PCC Pulled Layla. And then we have Miss BER 126/1. That's going to be a full sibling, I do believe, to the BER that Jackson was just showing. Yuppie, that's going to be a Mr. V8 670/6 out of the Zoe female. So again, some great genetics. Let's listen. Looks like Layla's going to move into first.
Really nice class. Young lady's female that we're going to lead off with. I think she's the most fault-free. I think she's square and dimensional when she comes together. Get the cattle in motion. She's the freest moving off of both ends of her skeleton. Love how square she is at the surface and all that natural thickness she has from front to back. Nice place to start. On the stand, love this female. When she's moving, she wants to get a little bit underneath herself on her hip and hind leg, just duck her pins and drop underneath herself. But that's a really, really nice female that's got a ton of future to her. Young lady, really nice heifer to round out the class. She's long and she's level in her lines. I love how elegant she is up front. The problem is she's a little more upright on all of her angles, just needs to be relaxed and go freer off of both ends. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
in Class 32, first place, 1123, Josie Hampton. Second place was 798, Kinley Rao. And third was entry 811, Savannah Remy. In the barn, this is first call for classes 35 through 37. Please make your way to the makeup ring.
young lady in the green that we're going to lead off with. Man, this is a good lined, well-made creature. I love how long and extended she is up through the front 1/3 of her skeleton. She's dead level in her lines. I love how she's square at the surface and still opens up into such a big and robust center cavity. A really nice place to start. Young man's female that comes in seconds, probably a touch stouter and heavier structured at the surface. I think he did a good job there in just getting her loin down. Unfortunately, when you get the cattle in motion, she gets up in her spine ever so slightly, but there's a lot of boldness and heavy structuredness to that female. Really nice heifer in second. Young lady's female that comes in third doesn't match the same kind of mass and power she has up high at the surface. Want to make her a touch stouter, maybe give her a little more oomph over her hump. She just gets a little bit flatter and plays out there. Young lady's female that rounds out the class, I'll tell you what, this is the EST here. She's extra heavy structured and bold. She's huge in her forearm. For me, she's too short in her cannon. She's pushing the limits in terms of moderation. She needs to be fresher in her condition, but a really nice female that has a ton of power to her. Like to see a little more grow and freshen her up ever so slightly. Congratulations.
Results from Class 33. First place goes to entry 105, Itty Bitty Bailey. Second was entry 914, Jackson Smith. Third was 288, Kylie Dodson. And fourth was 191, Iris Matthews. In the barn.
Your mic is on, Miss Vicky.
Thank you so much. Itty Bitty Bailey wins with her IB Miss Darcy 385. Again, that's a fun story because her brother showed Miss Rooster's Danny 338 and was a champion in the 2020 All-American show. And now Itty Bitty Bailey is showing the offspring. So this is a female that they bred, that they've had in their herd. And so again, it's really cool when you see people that have purchased cattle and then bred and have their daughters and their sons show back year after year. So congratulations. Of course, BER also, they do the same thing. That BER female, Miss BER Stella Rose, is going to be a Mr. BER 427, which of course is Trump, and he was our two-time ABBA Show Bull of the Year. And then out of Miss BER Julia, Stella Rose has won multiple championships, so that is always exciting to see those champions battling it out. So IB Miss Darcy 385, Itty Bitty Bailey for the win. Coming into Class 34, we're going to see Stratton Crow. That is going to be RSC, Miss Camilla 114/4. That's going to be a captain daughter out of Iran First Lady. We also are seeing Quinn Pageant showing her bred and owned Miss GC 55. That's going to be a Mr. V8 891/8 out of Miss V8 806/8. We have Hannah Wright, Wright's Pole Jenny 8. That is going to be a female that has already been placing high. That is an LMC LF Pole Pathfinder Amigo daughter. We have Addison Worrell showing her BCC Lady Polled Ellie. That is a US Lexor Manso daughter out of Lady H. Emma Manso. Lady H. Emma Manso is the mother of the Rebel Cow, who is the mother of Walter's Betty Lou. Schulte's Miss Vienna 444/4, Lena Rumke. That is going to be an AT Mr. Denver daughter out of Miss SCC Schulte's Violet. 79's Miss 2/24. Go Ethan. Ethan will be showing that captain daughter out of Miss V8 1916. Let's talk who we see walking on the screen. Right here, we changed views. Let's see if I can catch this. Right here, we have Stratton Krause showing his RSC Miss Camilla 114/4. Followed up by Quinn showing her Miss GC 55. She has been a champion both at the Red River as well as at the LJBA show and others. We have Wright's Pole Jenny, Hannah Wright. Can't do anything wrong when you're right all the time. Addison Worrell showing BCC Lady Polled Ellie. Again, all these animals have been multiple time champions. Lena is showing Schulte's Miss Vienna. Then we're going to have Ethan Alvarez. Sorry, he's, I think, bringing up the back, and I think that was Kimber Calhoun showing Poppy. Poppy's out of order because Ethan was next on the list and Poppy was last. So that was Poppy, and then that was the 79 female that is so very dark, 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 dark. So again, Poppy is in the ring. We're big fans of Poppy. Poppy sold in one of our best cattle sales, if you want to know. So again, this is our final class of the senior yearling division, final class of senior yearling. Pulled up there at the front that you're looking right there is Stratton Crow. That is going to be the captain daughter. Then we have Quinn showing her Mr. V8 891/8. Moving into the screen is Hannah Wright showing her LMC LF Pathfinder Amigo. Then we're moving into the second half of the screen, I think. We have Addison Whirl. Then we also, we caught her there for a little bit. Then kind of getting a little on the pushy side is Lena's Schulte's Miss Vienna 444/4. Then we're going to have Kimber Calhoun showing her DM Miss Poppy 20/4. And then we're going to have Ethan showing his 79's Miss 2/24. It looks like Stratton has been pulled. It looks like Quinn, I'm going to kind of guess, has been moved into first. Then we're going to have Hannah and Addison. Those are your top three right there. Moving towards the back, Travis Bonner, of course, is in the ring with us. He's our judge all day. Going back towards the back, let's see what he's doing. He's walking around the Miss Poppy. Walking back up to Addison's, making his decision, looking at Hannah's, back up to Quinn. Is he getting them all to walk one more time?
Yes, but not all, just the top
Okay.
four.
The top four, yes, sir. Quinn walking. Hannah Wright. Addison Whirl showing her BCC Lady Polled Ellie. And then he'll be taking a glance back at Kimber showing the Poppy female, DM Miss Poppy 20/4. Tough class. These are some beautiful females. There you go. We've got the cold pop. We've got the Poppy female on the screen. He keeps glancing back at Poppy, looking up at GC. He's actually looking at all of them. So we use Addison first and Poppy second.
Four really, really nice ones here that are, they match up in similarities, but they're also different in their type and kind. I'll talk you through how what I see in them and why I like them the way I do. Young lady that we're going to lead off with, man, this female has so much presence to her. I love the freshness that she has for this age right now. She's big and she's full in her body. She's not pushing extra condition. Love the lines, love the feet and legs, get the cattle moving. She's free and flexible off of both ends of her skeleton. Could she have a shot more pop to her? Yes, but I love the freshness of that female. Female that's going to come in second, I read her as being the most genuine. I think when you step behind the cattle and study them, I think she's the most genuine, and in the squareness right behind her hump, out of her pin set and down low through her stifle, I think the cattle go away. She carries that with true thickness as she's going away. Love the shape of her rib. Really nice female in second. Young lady's heifer in third. Man, I immediately got attracted to her. I was like, man, that is a really, really good heifer. And she is. For me, she's pushing a little extra condition right now. She's already starting to pone up, but I still love that body shape and natural thickness that she has. Really, really nice female. Young lady's female that's going to be in fourth is one that, man, she'll strike a pose from the side. She is awfully, awfully attractive, and she's got a lot of mass to her. I question how genuine she really is. I'd like to see her fresher in her condition and maybe stouting her up at the surface ever so slightly to match all that mass, but that's a really big-bodied female that comes in fourth. Congratulations to all the exhibitors in the class. As we round out, just some females that you'd like to tweak in terms of angles and structure, maybe free them up off of both ends of their skeleton. Really nice set of heifers. Give them a round of applause.
Results out of class 34. First place was 11. Addison Worrell. Second, entry 143, Kimber Calhoun.
Miss Vicky, your mic is on.
614, Quinn Padgett.
Thank you so much. BCC, Lady Polled Ellie, took the class there. She, of course, is a polled female. That is a JME US Lexer Manso, meaning it's going to be related in some way to Ray Salinas. That, of course, is that US. And then out of Lady H, Emma Manso. So some tremendous breeding there. She takes that first place. DM Miss Poppy, 20/4. She's going to be a WL Mr. DM cash on hand. Out of JDH, Lady Kelby Manso and Kimber Calhoun on the stick. She won a class at the All-American, as well as that is a female that has had multiple championships. So again, congratulations. Coming back in for consideration in the senior yearling championship. We're moving into the senior yearling championship, guys. Senior yearling champion is where we're going right now. So we have just a couple more divisions left. I think we're going to be done before dinner time. I'm just kind of hoping. What do you think, Iran?
Probably yes.
I hope so, for y'all's sake. And then we have Miss Layla 5X 1/4, Josie Hampton. She's there at the top of your screen. She's wearing the pink shirt. In the green shirt, we have Itty Bitty Bailey, IB Miss Darcy 385. And then we have BCC Lady Polled Ellie. This is Addison Worrell. In for reserve consideration, we have coming out of that first class, Clanley Rao. That is MP Miss Sunshine 253. In the second class, we have Miss BER Stella Rose 87/1. And out of the third class, we have the DM Miss Poppy 20/4.
Another super deep division. Keep getting better as we go through the day. Give them a round of applause, and I'll tell you, the two that I like the best just came out of class 3. Y'all are going to be champion and reserve. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
Your mic is on, Miss Vicky.
Alrighty, so I just heard the traditional whoop from David Ruskowski of DM. That's going to be DM. He's the daddy to DM Miss Poppy in a weird sort of way. He does own the sire WL Mr. DM cash on hand, and if you're looking for semen that can create great females and bulls that are like some of these ones we've been watching win, you can contact David Ruskowski of DM Cattle. So again, our champion is going to go to BCC Lady Polled Ellie 281/4. That is a JME US Lexor Manso daughter out of Lady H Emma Manso. And then DM Miss Poppy 20/4. Kimber Calhoun is going to take that reserve senior yearling champion. We're moving into class number 35, and oh Lord, I spoke too soon when I said we would be done by dinner time. Just saying. There's 15 in this class. Woo, it's a big old class. Okay, guys, we're starting the first class of the intermediate. We are in the first class of the intermediate. This is Addison Tullis walking in the arena with the ECC Polled Samantha, followed by Baxter Whitworth with Lazy S Candy. That again, right there is Addison Tullis.
I don't see Baxter.
I don't see Baxter either. Do you see Ross Turner? No, I'm in the wrong class. Unless Baxter has two. There's Ross. That's going to be Baxter's entry. Baxter has two. That's Ross Turner, followed up with Miss 4R Loretta.
Class 36 through 38.
Now we go to Macy Thingpin with her Miss Pepper, 62.
Class 35.
Then we're going to have Carly Prosella, JDH Lady Manso, 713.
Baxter Whitworth.
Corgan Ramirez,
9, Ross Turner.
Preston Shelley,
40, Macy Thigpen. 645, Carly
Presley
Purcell.
LaRue,
652, Corgan Ramirez. 889,
we have Emma Pimwonka.
524,
Cole Tesha should be coming in.
639, Emma Pawonka.
We also have Emma Vasquez, Claire Delufka, Itty Bitty Bailey, Jace Clark, and coming in at the end is Baxter with his second entry, Miss TNC Myrtle.
108, Itty Bitty Bailey.
We're going to let you guys just kind of watch and enjoy the show.
66, Baxter Whitworth.
A round of applause for sake of time and keeping everything rolling today. Exhibitors on the ring side here, we're going to go ahead and excuse just small things about them. Maybe they're a touch greener. Maybe they're pushing a little too much for this age in my mind. Maybe they just need to be tweaked in terms of the angles, or have a touch more flex to them. But give all these exhibitors a nice round of applause for a job well done and putting in a lot of work and effort. We'll work through these here. Well, my compliments to everybody in this class because it's deep and there's quality all the way throughout. I feel bad letting some of them out of the ring, but just for sake of time and working through and keeping this going so everyone can get on the road and get home at a decent time, I thought it was going to be the best if we went ahead and did that and let me kind of work through the ones that I liked a little bit more. Really, really nice pair or set of 4 up here at the very top end. I really like the young ladies female that leads off the class. One that is really striking when she first walks in. Get the cattle in motion, and she is so square off her front skeleton coming to you and her rear skeleton going away from you. Is she the most massive and powerful one in here? No, but she's fresh in her condition. She's really good in her lines. I love how she ties her neck into such a smooth shoulder. I think there's a tremendous amount of quality and future in that one as time goes on. The young lady's heifer that's going to be in second, that's the one that's just an absolute massive powerhouse. Man, she is big in her forearms. She's big in her feet and legs. She's so powerful down her top and back to a huge pin set. Love that brood cow mass and power that she has. I wish she just went a little bit freer off her front skeleton. Really, really nice female. Young man's heifer that lands in third today. The longer she's out here, the better I like her. I think she just continually, slowly, gradually works her way up. I know she's fighting him and whatnot, but that's a big, soft-centered brute cow that has a lot of natural thickness, width, and dimension to her. Really, really nice. She's fighting the halter, but man, when she does get out and go, I like her quite a bit. Young man's heifer that's going to be in fourth today, man, that one is ripped up. She's huge in her pin set and has so much shape down to her lower quarter. I love the turn she has to her rib. Just needs to be softer. With time, she'll drop down in that flank, be really nice. She also needs to be just a shot square off of her rear too, but that's a really, really good female. Congratulations to all the exhibitors in the class. Give them a round of applause.
Results in Class 35. First place went to 1067, Baxter Whitworth. Second place to 652, Corgan Ramirez. Third place, 1066, Baxter Whitworth. Fourth, 934, Cole Tesh. Fifth to 941, Addison Tullis. Sixth, 639, Emma Pawanka. And seventh, 490 to Claire Jalufka. Attention in the barn, this is the final call for class 37 and 38. Entering the ring is 36 with entry 420, Ainsley Hayes. 584, Iris Matthews. 916, Jackson Smith. 395, Cecilia Guerra. 405, Ellie Guidry. 510, Teal Cranky. 292, Brianna Dollar. Again, this is a final call for class 37 and 38 of the intermediate division.
Nice class. They're all different in type and kind, and I don't know if I just fall in love with but I do like the extra heavy structure, foot substance, and mass that this female has. Man, she's opened up all the way throughout, front to back. Love the pin set in this female. With that, she is coarser in terms of her type and kind, but still a nice female that has a lot of brood count power. The female that's going to come in second balances up better from the side. Love her line, get them in motion. She needs to reach a little bit better off her maybe give her a shot more foot and bone at the surface, but a really nice female. Catch her going away. Maybe you want to change her hip ever so slightly. Just gets a touch plainer. Really nice female though. Young lady that's going to be third. Man, that's another one that's awfully broody, stout and powerful. Love the roundness of rib cage in there. For me, she gets too round about her hip. She's also reads just a touch coarser in her makeup. A lot of power in that cow. Young lady that's going to be next, one that from the side right here when she gets her stuck, really like her. For me, get the cattle in motion. She just gets a little too underneath herself on the go. Maybe want to give her a touch more pop and power. Almost wants to play out of her front skeleton ever so slightly. Really nice female that has a lot of future. The black heifer that's going to come in next, love her lines. She's long, she's level, she gets out and goes. For me, she needs a shot more pop and power to her. Young lady that rounds out the class, has some skeletal width. She's big out of her hip and hind leg. She needs to be laid back and relaxed in the angles off of both ends, go out with a little bit freer stride. Nice class, give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Travis. Results out of class 36. First place went to entry 510, Teal Kroenke. Second place went to 420, Ainsley Hayes. Third went to 405, Ellie Guidry. Fourth, entry 584, Iris Matthews. Fifth to 395, Cecilia Guerra. And sixth to entry 292, Brianna Dollar. Entering the ring is class 37 with entry 962, Cooper Vaughn. 871, Addison Sanders. 950, Ross Turner. 618, Madison Parker. 915, Jackson Smith. And 523, Presley LaRoe. Attention in the barn. This is the first call for classes 39 through 42. Please start making your way to the makeup ring.
Miss Vicky, your mic is on.
This is cool because actually you probably heard me say hello, huh? Or no? Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Yes.
Can you hear
Hello?
me?
Yes, I
Yep,
can
there
hear.
you
We
go.
can hear you.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to get caught back up. Is he getting ready to talk the cattle?
Not quite yet.
Or is he still judging?
Almost.
Okay. All right. I'm going to roll through these classes that I missed. Sorry, guys. Having some internet issues on my end. He's getting ready to talk the cattle, and I'll talk after he does. Gentlemen first.
A super moderate and maternal female. She's got lots of skeletal width. Love the pin shape she has behind her. I really wish she matched that mass and power at the surface with a touch more foot and bone. But I think there's a lot of quality in that female. Super opened up and robust about her center body. Maybe touching her up in terms of freshness, but nice female. Like the freshness of the female that's going to come in second. She's super level in her lines. I wish when she was moving, she was laid back in her shoulder and took a shot, longer stride off of her front too. But my compliments to the young man for hanging in there. Young man's heifer that's going to be in third matches up closer to the one in first in terms of she's extra massive and opened up all the way through. Ton of natural thickness. To me, when the cattle get going, the heifer who's coarser about her shoulder gets a little rounder out of her hip and kind of gets underneath herself, but nonetheless, really nice female. Female that falls next in line, I love the mass, power, and natural thickness. That just screams brood cow all over her. I think she needs to be laid back in her knee and shoulder ever so slightly, get them going. I wish she was a touch better out of her hip and hind leg, but still a tremendous female that's got a lot of future. The next two females, they're just a little bit greener in terms of type and kind. I like them a lot, just need a little bit more time. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
Thank you, Mr. Bonner. At a class first place,
Miss Vicky, your mic is on.
Second place, 915, Jefferson Smith. Third, entry 962, Cooper Vaughn. Fourth, Turner. Fifth, 618,
Yes, one more.
Madison Parker. And sixth was entry 523, Wesley LaRoe. Attention in the barn. This is the second call for classes 39 through 42. Please make your way to the showroom.
It was Baxter.
Instead of second. Was it Baxter and Baxter? I understand. Can you not hear me?
Yes, I didn't, but I didn't understand the question.
The question was in class number 35 in the in the system on Showman app they had the wrong information. So they had Baxter and Baxter, but they had him as first and third instead of first and second. So we're moving into the next class, but let's circle back to class 35. Our winner was Lazy S Candy, 439. She's going to be sired by Mr. WJ Blue, 161 over 1. That is going to be Baxter Whitworth on the stick. Actually, I think he was on the stick on the second place one. Let's go, Ross Turner. Miss TNC Myrtle was the actual class second place, and I think Baxter was on the stick with her. That's a Mr. KB Murdoch 26 out of Miss KI 85. In class number 36, we had Miss DSC 32 over 4. That is going to be a Elvis daughter. That is Mr. V8 48 over 8. And then Miss SCC Schulte's Apple, who, of course, we sold in the Best Cattle Sale, one of the first ones we did for the Schultes. That's Teal Krennic on the stick. And in second in that class, we had RW Flatrock Ella 61. That is JDH Lakeman Manso 187. That was a Miss W. That was a Miss RW Beauty 190 Ansley Ray Hayes. And in the class number 37, which we just had, that was going to be Addison Sanders with her Red Smith Miss Popcorn Manso. That's going to be sired by Mr. H. Titus Manso, and out of Red Smith Wendy Manso. Good luck to Hadley, and come on, Hadley, right, is what Brody is saying. And in class 37, in second place, we had the Miss B.E.R. Paisley 75 over 1. And that was a LCHS Mr. Paquin 95 over 5 daughter out of Miss B.E.R. Francis Jackson Smith on the stick. We're moving into our last class of the intermediate, guys. Last class of the intermediate division. Last class of intermediate division. This is going to be class number 38. Number 38. And walking through, we're going to be looking at who we have in the arena right now in class 38. That was Kinley Rao. Then we have Rhett Fontenot, Carly Procella, Peyton Well, Avery Kolachek, Kimber Calhoun, and Hadley Wright. So congratulations to everybody that has been showing and winning. And of course, congratulations for just being there and getting to participate. We're going to go sound off for just a minute while I answer a few questions.
Your mic is on.
Last class of the intermediate championship. Then we'll be moving in to senior and aged senior. Moving right along, guys. It is 4:51, 5 o'clock. You guys have been working really hard, so appreciate it all. In the senior, we're going to have a class of 2, a class of 1, a class of 2, and a class of 5. Then we'll be followed up by, good view there, Mr. Iran. And then we're going to have in class in the age senior, a class of 2, 8, and 5, and we will be done for the day. Just trying to get through and give you guys a good view of everybody. So thanks, guys, for watching. As the judge walks up here, let's see. He's going to move. He's going to flip 1 and 2 up at the front. It looks like he's going to be moving the Rhett Fontenot and Kinley Rao. Nope, Kinley Rao's getting pulled. Nope, Kinley Rao's moving into second. Let's listen to the judge. I think he's going to be talking soon. It's going to hold everybody right there. Looks like he's pulling someone up. She's going to be moving into that third hole. That's going to be Kimber Calhoun with her LWCC
Nice
Lady
pair of
Manso.
females at the top.
Let's listen.
I think they complement each other rather well. They just lead off with the young man's heifer. Love how feminine and refined she is about her head, neck, and hump placement. She comes back into such a smooth shoulder and robust forerib. So soft back into her flank. I think she really balances up awfully well from the side. It's not to say I don't wish she had a touch more to her. I think you get behind her and I call her plenty fine. I'd like to add a touch more at the surface as well. Nice female. Maybe pick her up in her chest ever so slightly. Still a really nice female. Young lady's heifer that's going to come in second. Man, that thing is awfully big-bodied. She's massive up high and from behind. Get the cattle going. The bigger shouldered heifer just doesn't reach out with the same stride up off her front end. Really nice heifer in second, though. Pair of heifers that come next. They have some grow. They're good at the lines. Need a shot more punch and power. EST's class is the next female. She's super massive and opened up everywhere. Get the cattle in motion. She's got to go free or off. Young ladies heifer that follows next, one that you like in terms of body and softness, needs to hook up better right behind her hump. When she goes, she's got to pull in better. Young man's heifer that rounds out the class needs to be relaxed in her angles, maybe come with a shot more pop. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
Results in class 38.
Miss Vicky, your mic is on.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, Miss WCC 594 over 4. That's going to be a JDH King of Clubs Manso daughter out of Miss WCC Euphoria. You know, you don't think WCC and you think gray, but they really do. They breed both gray and red. They're just probably have more red and they're super famous for their reds. And then Kinley Rao with her MP Miss Kyra 250. That again is going to be the Moreno Mr. Pold Cairo's daughter out of the Miss Lady Madonna Caver, of course, Moreno Ranches bred. Coming in for the intermediate championship drive, we have Lazy S Candy. That's Baxter Whitworth on the stick. That is going to be in first place. Miss DSC 32 over 4. Teal Kranick showing that beautiful female that is an Elvis daughter out of Miss SCC Schulte Apple 268 over 0. Coming in from the third class is going to be Red Smith Popcorn Manso. That's Addison Sanders. She is showing that beautiful female. All of these females, really, guys, have had so much as far as championships and a show career that they've won so many different times. So, again, it's always super exciting and kind of interesting to follow their show career and see when we get to this part of their age bracket, their show career, how many times they have won. It's just kind of super impressive as far as I'm concerned, personally. And then, of course, we're going to have out of that last class, we have the Miss WCC 594 over 4. So, again, Rhett Fontenot on the stick there. We're in the intermediate champion drive. If you're following along with us, intermediate champion drive. The Red Smith Miss Popcorn Manso was a class champion at the San Antonio Livestock Show and Rodeo. Let's listen to our judge.
Please put your hands together for these kids. They've done a tremendous job out here. I know this was probably the toughest division for the kids to handle. I think the cattle are starting to get ornery and hungry, and I don't blame them. We're going to keep working through them. The two I like the best, young man out of Class 2, you're going to be champion. Young man out of Class 1, you're going to be reserved. Congratulations.
All right, I'm ready. Okie doke. So out of class 2, we had the Miss DSC 32 over 4. She is going to be the champion. And Baxter Whitworth takes the day with his Lazy S Candy. Makes me hungry. Why do they have to name everything after food? But we did have the popcorn female, and that just got the whole thing started. Miss DSC 32 over 4. She is a beautiful female that was the 2025, the Brahmin Event Junior Show Grand and Intermediate Champion. Super cool female. She, of course, is a Elvis daughter out of SCC Schulte's Apple, who we talked about that we had sold in the Best Cattle Sales sale. She was also our All-American owned show intermediate champion female, as well as was a class winner at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. So congratulations, guys, on that absolutely stunning female. And moving in to reserve championship was the Lady S Candy. She is going to be a female that is a Mr. WJ Blue 161 over 1 and is shown by, of course, our good friend Baxter Whitworth, who has worked his little tail off. Am I correct, Mr. Iran? He has walked more miles than anybody else in the whole show because he has worked that arena for everybody. Don't you agree?
Completely agreed.
Yep, me too. So he's done yeoman's duty. Walters Millie, Levi Risner, and M4 Carmelita's Dark Spiced Rum, Drew
Congratulations to
Watson
both of
showing.
these guys. It's just a pair or two out here, and both of them could probably be touched up a bit in their build. So I'll go ahead and use the one that just comes with the extra feature at the surface. She's a stouter, heavier structured heifer that just comes more opened up all the way throughout. A lot of natural thickness in that one. Young man, that's not to say anything bad about your heifer because she's good in her lines here. When you get her loin down, she's got a lot of potential here. She's just greener between the two, doesn't have the same kind of foot and bone. Really nice set though. Congratulations to both exhibitors.
Mike on.
All right. So the Carmelita's Dark Spiced Rum 35 was the junior champion female yesterday at the Kickoff Classic, and she is a class champion here in the junior show. She is M2 BRC Captain 518 over 1. No big surprise. We are big fans of the Captain females and bulls. And then the dam is BRC Carmelita 280. So coming into the next class, we have a single entry. Lane Hartley is going to be winning from Lake Butler, Florida, MK Miss Candy Lou. So he'll be winning that class. That is going to be a box R, Mr. CC 161 over 8 daughter out of Miss BER Phoebe. But coming into class number 42, we have Ryan Max Simpson and Dylan Garrett. Ryan Max Simpson is showing his SB Pole Dream Angel, and little Miss Dylan Garrett is showing her Lady H Lucy Manso.
Of class 39, first place went to 1041, Drew Watson, and second place went to 828, Levi Risman. Class 40 was a single entry, and class 41.
Judge is walking through the two,
with
looking
entry
at Dylan,
2,
looking at Ryan Mack.
and entry
Let's see
361
which
was
direction he will go. He's going to use Dylan first, and Ryan Mack will be second. Let's.
Young lady's heifer in the front. I think she just has the extra feature and stoutness compared back to the heifer behind her. I love the strength of the top line she has and how her hump sits back right there over the top of her blade. Really nice female that gets out and hits her stride when she's on the move. Young man's heifer is another one that she's opened up in her center body. She comes with plenty of natural thickness down her top and into her pin set. For me, I'd like to see her a touch stouter at the ground to match what she has up top. Maybe just stretch her out all the way through and lay back her shoulder ever so slightly. Really nice female to round out the class.
Results in class 41. First place went to entry 361, Dylan Garrett. And second went to 902, Ryan Max Simpson. This is the final call for class.
Mike on, Miss Vicky. Mike on.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Lady H Lucy, she takes the day. She is going to be winning the class with Dylan Garrett. She's a Mr. H Pride of Maddox Manso daughter out of Lady Slugger, Ava Manso, which of course means Carlos Lee of Ganaderia Carla Mary. He is, again, super famous for a lot of things, breeding Brahmins as well as, of course, being a super cool baseball player. Lady H Lucy Manso was our 2024 Heartland Classic Junior Yearling Champion. She was also our Jambalaya Classic Junior Show Reserve Junior Champion. Moving into the arena now is going to be the last class of this is the Junior Championship. I'm a goober. I got all ahead of myself. We're not even on the seniors yet. That's okay. We don't have very many age seniors, so we're rocking and rolling. The judge is going fast because some of those cattle are getting a little cranky. We have the very super famous Red Smith Elodie Manso 110 over 3. Love that female. Trenton Garrett T-Bone is on the stick. Miss LK Irma's Blessing 26 over 3. Lily Boat. Carlos Guerra's CC. Oh, I think that's going to be Carlos. That's Pops. LMC LF Polled Black Beauty Elise Bondenstein is showing VF Elmo's Queen 21 over 3, and Ty Ritchie is showing his 79s Miss 125 over 23. I am ready to rock and roll.
Your mic is on, Miss Vicky.
Alrighty. Judge will probably start talking as soon as I do, but 110 looks like she's going to take the day. And then, of course, Lily Vogt. Actually, he's going back and forth on these two. These two have won, both of these females have won lots of championships to their names. It just depends on which direction he wants to go. He's going to swap them. Lily Vogt is going to be first, and 110 will be second.
I'll tell you, this top pair of females, they can get somebody excited awfully quick. I think they really complement each other super, super well. For me, I prefer the freshness and extra extension and cleanliness of the female up front. That really does it for me. I think when you study both the females on the move, I think they're both plenty fine. I think they both comfortably get out and stride well and free off of both ends of their skeleton. Is she the most powerful and wider constructed one, maybe quite as ripped up? No, but I think she still has that advantage in terms of being just fresher in her overall condition. And then love how feminine and refined she is about her head and neck. Really nice female. Now, young man, your heifer is definitely the heavier structured, crisper female that's, I mean, absolutely massive. That screams brood cow power all day long. For me, I just wish she was a shot fresher in her condition, but man, I'd be awfully proud to have that one on the end of the lead. Young man's heifer that's going to follow in next is another one that I really like here from the side, man. When you get her stuck like that, she looks awfully good, man. She comes so strong right behind her hump, back to an awesome hip and hind leg. Just ran into two hosses today. Really nice job. The next two, really like a lot. They have some natural thickness, some width to them. Maybe just touch them up off of either end of their skeleton, but nice cattle nonetheless. Give them a round of applause.
And results out of class 42, first place went to 1143, Lily Vogt. Second to entry 377, Trenton Garrett. Third,
Okay,
19.
your mic is on.
Alrighty, we're getting ready to move into that junior champion drive. Junior Champion Drive, we're going to be seeing M4 Carmelita's Dark Spiced Rum with Drew Watson on the stick. Lane Hartley will be showing the MK Miss Cindy Lou 14. This is going to be by Box R, Mr. CC 161/8, out of Miss BER Phoebe. Lady H Lucy Manso, Dylan Garrett is going to be coming in because she was the class winner in class number 41. Again, a Mr. Pride of Maddox Manso out of Lady Slugger Ava Manso. And coming in from class 42, we're going to be seeing Miss LK Irma's Blessing 26/3 with Lily Vogt on the stick. In our possible reserve champion consideration, we have Walters Millie, that is Levi Risner. We also will have Ryan Max Simpson showing his SB Pulled Dream Angel 16/3. And then coming in, Trenton Garrett, that is, of course, T-Bone, who had been playing baseball this weekend, came for the show, showing his beautiful Red Smith Elodie Manso 110/3. You know, it would not surprise me if the judge potentially could have kept those two together. He really loved those two. So you just never know which direction they're going to go. They all look so tremendous. When they get out here, he'll be making his decision. Again, really impressive. Very, very impressive, all of these females. So we have 4 to choose from for champion, and then we'll have potentially 4 others to choose from for reserve division.
Starting to dwindle, but the quality isn't. Put your hands together for these kids. They've done a tremendous job throughout the day so far. The 2 that worked the best for me, my favorites, going to be the 2 out of the last class. Congratulations to all these exhibitors.
Congratulations.
Your mic is on, Miss Vicky.
Now, I do not have a crystal ball, but I did listen to the judge and the way he spoke, and that's why I kind of thought, he might go with those 2 because he really, really liked those 2. So anyway, super excited to be watching this show. Really excited. We're getting all of those photos up. For those of you who are looking for photos, we have them at BrahmanPhotos.com. BrahmanJournalPhotos.com or BrahmanPhotos.com. We're posting some of the photos up in our Facebook page, and it'll be fun to go there and look. Go get all of your photos for free, and of course, you're getting them for free because of all our wonderful sponsors from the Open Show and the Junior Show. So thank you guys very, very much. Really do appreciate it for watching with us. And do appreciate our sponsors. Could not do it without you. We have a champion and a reserve out of that last class, 42. That was the Miss LK Irma's Blessing and Red Smith Elodie. Moving into the first class of the senior division, we're going to have a class of 2, a class of 8, and a class of 5. Our class of 2 is going to be Savannah Remy and Cameron Ripkowski. This is going to be Moreno Miss Lady Podlesi. And then this is going to be a JME US Lexor Manso out of Moreno Miss Lady Beatrice. And then Lady Bar D Phoenix is going to be a Mr. Bar D MN Ghost Rider daughter out of Lady Bar D Annie. We're going to see which way the judge goes with these 2. We know how the other judges have placed, but you never ever know. So it kind of has moved around a little bit. Everybody has their own personal opinion. And so we're really glad you guys are watching with us, seeing what you think about the show.
Nice pair of females
BrahmanPhotos.com.
here as we start off our next division. I'm going to go ahead and use the freer constructed, looser spined female to go ahead and lead off. Love how much foot and bone she sets down to the surface on. Oh man, she is awfully opened up there through her center body cavity. Love the natural thickness throughout and still being loose in her spine. That's her big advantage over the heifer that's going to come in second. I wish she was just looser and freer about the way she moved. Lay her back off both ends of her skeleton. I think that would do her a lot of good. Still a female that has a lot of quality, super feminine and refined about her head and neck. Congratulations to both exhibitors.
Your result: 3. First place went to
Your mic is
825.
on,
Cameron
Miss Vicky.
Ripkowski.
All right, Lady Bar D Phoenix takes the day. Of course, Mr. Bar D MN Ghost Rider was a Showbull of the Year as well as a Reserve Grand Champion International show, multiple championships. I do remember when Michael Joyce showed him on the stick. Lady Bar D Annie is the dam, and Cameron Rakowski from Dayton, Texas, took that championship in class number 43. Moreno Miss Lady Pold Lissy ended up being second in the class. Moving in to class 44, Ross Turner, Kimberly Vasquez, Ellie Goodry with her CC Mia Pompeia, 67 over 3. Addison Worrell with her BCC Lady Prada, ECC Pole Chelsea, Kinsley Gandy with her ECC LG Sugar Queen, Leighton McAdams with the CMG Miss Made Fast, and Lily Vogt with Miss LPC 249.
942, Addison Tullis.
8
351,
entries in
Kinsley
this
Gandy.
class. Here comes Ross Turner
593,
with his
Leighton
captain daughter.
McAdams.
Coming in right
Position
behind
number
him,
3,
Kimberly
Lily Vogt.
Vasquez with her captain daughter with a calf at side.
And this will be the
Here
final call
comes
for class
Ellie
45,
Goodry showing her
class
CCC
46.
Mia Pompeo, and that is a Pompeo daughter. Of course, Rio Ranch. There comes Addison Worrell with her BCC Lady Prada. Addison Tullis showing her ECC Polled Chelsea. That's a ECC Polled Maverick daughter. Kinsley Gandy coming in with her ECC Polled Chief daughter. Leighton McAdams with a CMG Miss Made Fast. That's going to be a DS Mr. St. Arnold. And Lily Vogt showing her Miss LPC 249. Second class of the senior division, guys. We're going to have one more class of 5. The senior division drive, a class of 2, a class of 1, and then we're boom going into that grand champion drive here at the Bluebonnet Kickoff Classic in the junior show. Again, thank you to our sponsors. Couldn't have done it without them. We could have used a few more sponsors, but we just decided to go ahead and make the Brahmin Journal be a partial sponsor of the junior show so that we could allow you guys to be able to watch all of the show online as well as get to have all of these amazing photos. The team has been editing photos all day. So go to the photo site and you will be able to find all of our photos. Give us a couple days to get some of the rest of the photos up, but you can definitely go to the photo site. We have quite a few photos up already. Alrighty, Ross Turner, Kimberly Vasquez, Little Miss Ellie Goodry, Addison Worrell, Addison Tullis, Kinsley Gandy, Leighton McAdams, and Lily Vogt, bringing up the back of the pack. I'm going to go sound off and leave you in the good hands of Iran. I'll be back soon.
Well, put your hands together. This top trio is awfully fun to get to sort through, and we're going to leave them the way they are. I think there's reasons you can go any which way within the trio, and I certainly wouldn't argue with you because I think they're all capable of moving up or down depending on what you like. For me, I like the pair. I think that cow is absolutely wicked good. Honestly, if you don't mind, will you pull that calf up just a hair? Just so we can get the full glance of that cow. I mean, the way she ties her neck so high out of the top side of such a smooth shoulder, she draws back so level. She's strong in the way she hooks up. She's big in her forerib. She's good in her bag and her hip and hind leg design. I like that cow an awful lot. I think there's a whole lot of quality to be in that kind of shape and condition, having a calf on the side. Really nice place to start. Now, that is not to take anything away from these other two females, because for the longest time, I couldn't figure out how I wasn't going to use this heifer to win. I'm telling you, this thing is wicked cool. She is bold, dimensional, so much shape. Love the foot size and how she sets down and plants at the surface. She's so feminine about her head, but still has such a brood cow look. That's an awfully nice female that I'd be proud to own, and I'd put in a herd without ever thinking twice about it. The next heifer in line, same story. I mean, she is awfully nice in the way she comes out of the top. So much natural thickness back into her pin set. She's soft in her heart and back into her flank. For me, I wish she was just ever so slightly cleaner about her chest, maybe a shot more foot and bone. When the cattle get moving, she wants to get underneath herself ever so slightly, but I'll take that all day. That's a really nice female. As we work down the line, heifers that maybe just need to go out with a touch more reach and give off of either end, but put your hands together for an awfully nice class. Congratulations to all those kids out there.
Results out of Class 44. First place goes to entry 969, Kimberly Vasquez. Second place goes to 1099, Addison Worrell. Third is entry 993, Lily Vogt. Fourth was entry 952, Ross Turner. Fifth was 942, Addison Tullis. Sixth was 351, Kinsley Gandy. Seventh was 593, Leighton McAdams. And eighth goes to 401, Ellie Guidry. Entering the ring is our Class 45 and final class of our senior division with entry 392, Cecilia Guerra. 903, Ryan Mack Simpson. 1064, Baxter Whitworth. 861, Cora Remke. And 964, Amy Vasquez.
Thank you to our sponsor, 79 Cattle and Herd BC, because it's with their help that we are able to live stream the junior show here at the Bluebonnet Kickoff Classic.
Another really nice class. I like the pair an awfully lot. I think that's a really, really good cow. She's awesome in her lines and on her feet and legs. Her bag's awfully nice. She's super extended and cool to look at when the young lady stops her on the side and she cooperates. Got a really nice little bull calf on the side. It's a really nice pair and a good place to start. Man, I like a lot of things about this one in second. This thing has some awfully cool pieces and generating power down into the next generation. She is blown apart right there behind her hump and back to an absolutely massive pin set. Carries all that thickness all the way down to the surface. Really, really nice female to come in second. Like her a lot. It's not to take anything away from the female in third. Jet level down her top. Comes out super, super nice behind her hump. She's still big in her pin set. She needs to be rocked back ever so slightly in her shoulder. She ties her neck in ever so slightly a little lower. I think that would help her balance out just a little bit nicer. Young lady that rounds out the class is one that has some maternal features about her center body. She just needs to be rocked back in her angles and maybe blown apart throughout. Really nice class of females. Give them a round of applause.
Your results from Class 45, first place went to 964, Amy Vasquez. Second to 903, Ryan Mack Simpson. Third, 392, Cecilia Garrett. And fourth went to 861, Cora Rumke. Entering the ring is your senior champion drive. Out of Class 43, entry 825, Cameron Ripkowski. And second place, 810, Savannah Remy. Out of Class 44, first place was 969, Kimberly Vasquez. And second was 1099, Addison Worrell. First place out of Class 45, 964, Amy Vasquez. And second was 903, Ryan Mack Simpson.
Well, if y'all would, put your hands together again for this group of kids And this was an awfully fun division to sort through. Just so many differences in types and kinds and qualities of cattle that are super, super hard to match. It's been a fantastic junior show so far. I don't think it's probably any surprise the two that I like. They're just going to be out of Class 2. He's going to be your champion and reserve. Congratulations to all these exhibitors, though.
And your senior division champions come out of Class 44. 9-6 champion was 969, Kimberly Vasquez, and reserve was 1099, Addison Worrell. In the ring is our Class 46 of age seniors. Entry 118, Brant Barnes, and 583, Iris Matthews.
Nice set of pairs here as we're starting to slowly get towards the end of the day. We're going to leave them standing the way they are. Two high-quality females, though. I prefer the young man's up front. I think she's just a shot stronger right there behind her hump, back out to a little bit bigger of a pin set. I like that she's a more refined in the set of her teeth. Wish that front right one was squared up a little bit, but I think a female that has a lot of mass and power while being such a maternal sweep to her rib gets out and goes awfully good when she's pulled the lead. That's not to take anything away from this heifer or this cow that's going to come in second. That's one that opens up awfully massive right there behind her hump. She's still big in her forerib. For me, I think just doesn't have the same kind of mass power as the cow in front of her. Maybe just give her a shot more softness and square her up in her teat design. Really nice set. Give them both a round of applause.
Entering the ring for your age senior champion division. Out of Class 46 was entry 118, Brant Barnes. Second place was 583, Iris Matthews. And Class 48 was a single entry, 1063, Baxter Whitworth.
Nice single entry that comes to us. One that's really good in her lines. Love the way her hump sits back over her shoulder. She's super square and shapely as she's going away. Yeah, she's a little thinner in her condition, but it looks like she's been taking care of that calf for a while. Really nice in the way she ties her neck out of her shoulder. Really high quality female. For me, I like the young man's out of Class 1 to be champion, and we'll back you up with the Class 2. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
We are in the overall championship, the Grand Championship drive. We are watching in the champions of each division and their reserves.
And entering the ring is our
Gray female drive. From the calf division, out of Class 27, entry 365, Dylan Garrett. And reserve was Class 27, entry 355, Riker Garner. Out of our junior yearling division, in Class 30, entry number 901, Ryan Max Simpson. And reserve from the junior yearling division was entry 829, Levi Risner. From the senior yearling division, our champion came out of Class 34, entry 1101, Addison Worrell. And reserve senior yearling was entry 143, Kimber Calhoun. Our intermediate division came out of Class 36, entry 510, Teal Cronky. And reserve intermediate division was 1067, Baxter Whitworth. From our junior division, our champion came out of Class 42, entry number 1143, Lily Vogt. And reserve junior champion was entry 377, Trenton Garrett. From the senior division, from Class 44, entry 969, Kimberly Vasquez. And reserve senior division was 10.
Miss Vicky, your mic is on.
Thank you so much. Sorry I abandoned y'all. Can you hear me okay?
Okay. Yes, I can
Hello,
hear you.
hello.
Okay.
Perfect, great. All right, guys, we're in the Grand Champion Drive. This is pretty exciting. The day is finished. Again, in our Grand Champion Drive, let's talk about who we are seeing in this Grand Champion Drive in the Gray Females. Gray Females in the junior show. Congratulations to all the juniors. They did such a great job. This is the owned show, Gray Females. In the calf champion went to Miss LPC 291. That is the beautiful Dylan Garrett on the stick. That has been a reserve grand champion at the Jambalaya Junior Show. In our junior yearling, we have the Miss 4F Sugar Pulled Swanky. If you want some data and stats, Miss 4F Pulled Elegance is her dam, and her embryo sold for $41,000 at the Camilla sale. Coming in the senior yearling division, we have Addison Worrell, but that is not Addison on the stick. That looks like it's Pops because Addison has her other female there. That is BCC Lady Pulled Ellie, 281/4. That's going to be a U.S. Lexor daughter out of Lady H. Emma Manso. In the intermediate championship, Teal Krennic with Miss DSC 32/4. That is going to be a daughter of Elvis out of SCC Schulte. Apple that sold at the Best Cattle Sales sale a few years back. Junior champion, the Miss LK Irma's Blessing. That is Lily Grace Vogt on the stick for Mr. and with her Mr. H. Asher Manso daughter out of Lady H. Mimi Manso, which is a female she showed for years. Senior champion.
Well, I'll be honest, I'm not much for speeches, so I won't bore y'all and hold y'all up in terms of getting on the road and heading home, wherever that might be. But I would like to ask you if you would please put your hands together for this group of kids. They have done a fantastic job all day long sticking with it. I'd like to thank everybody on the Bluebonnet committee and putting this show together. If y'all would give them a round of applause, because it's not something that's easy. I've been part of putting together a show before, and I can tell you, if that was the last one I ever was a part of, I wouldn't complain, because I will tell you, there is a lot of hard work and effort that goes into it. So thank y'all for having me out. I will say, kids in the ring, kids who aren't in the ring that might be back at the stalls, the one thing I would say to you is when you're done, go to your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, anybody who came out and helped you throughout this week, and thank them, because it takes a whole team to do this. It's them, putting their time and effort into helping y'all. And y'all are the future, so I would say, if y'all don't mind, when y'all are done, go give your parents a hug, and whoever here is here with you, and thank them for putting the time and effort into y'all. My sincere congratulations to everybody out here. I wish y'all all the best going forward, and thank y'all for having me out.
All right.
Kiss on, Miss Vicky.
All righty, great job. Some really beautiful champions out here. I'm going to try to see which direction he's going. I can see the cattle. He's walking back towards that middle, down towards the end. Looks like he's going to go to walking. Gonna go. There you go. The senior champion. That is going to be Kimberly Vasquez, showing her captain daughter out of Lady H. Emma Manso. That is going to be BCC Lady Liliana. And then moving in to reserve consideration is going to be the BCC Lady Prada, 248/3. Congratulations. Moving in for reserve grand champion, he is going to pick the Prada. Interesting. So if you can look, and if we have this all correct, Lady H. Emma Manso is the dam of both, actually, the champion and the reserve grand champion. Grand champion and reserve grand champion are going to be complete full siblings. Complete full siblings. Do you not find that interesting, Ron?
Yes, it's very interesting, and it's more interesting that
Exciting.
the judge may not know that.
He doesn't know that at all, but they are complete full siblings. So congratulations to everyone. We're going to take it down. Iran, start tearing stuff down. We appreciate everyone watching. The team's going to go over, take a few backdrop photos. Please be patient with us on getting all the photos up on the photo site. We already have thousands up already. Thank you again, Iran. Thank you. And thank 79 Cattle and Heart BC. Please make sure you thank them, because without them, we could not have been here today. So thank you guys so much. We look forward to seeing you down the road. Don't miss our coverage of Tuxpan. That's our next stop, Mexico. Thanks again.